Walls, snaps. What are snaps? Well, let's find out. Let's click on the Wall tool in the Home tab in the ribbon. Now you'll notice we start the command. We're going to notice also in the Properties palette we have our type selector. We can drop that down and perhaps choose the type that we made, which is EW1. And you'll also notice the crosshairs are ready. We have our settings in the options bar set, and now we're ready to start drawing. Now you'll notice as I hover over things, there's these little sort of purple markers that show up. And those are the snaps, and those are indicating could be an endpoint, could be an intersection, could be a midpoint. And you'll get different symbols depending on what snap you're using. You'll also notice that if I hover over a snap, in the status bar, that's the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, very, very bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice it says midpoint of walls. And so it's giving you an idea of what it is that you're going to be selecting. So that helps you to be very accurate. Let's do a little practice here. I'm going to hit escape twice to get me out of the command. And let's select on the walls one at a time and hit the delete key. That'll delete anything that we've done up until now. Now I'm going to go to the Home tab, to the Wall tool in the ribbon, and let's click on that. And we'll make sure that our height is going to the roof plate. We'll make sure our location line is finish face interior. We're set to chain. Okay, that's good. And we're going to start drawing using the EW1. That's our exterior wall. So if we hover over, you'll notice it just automatically will pick up the intersection point. And that's why we drew these reference planes to set up, so we would have something accurate to draw to. And that's a very critical part of drawing, of drafting in any software or even by hand. You always want to have the proper points that you're drawing to. Now, what if the snap that you're trying to get to is not available? Let me hit escape once. What if I wanted, for some reason, to get to the endpoint of that line, or specify an endpoint that was very close to another point? And perhaps it's very, very close, so it's confusing an endpoint with maybe an intersection. Right there you can see they really share a point. If I wanted to specify the intersection, here's the key. Type on your keyboard, you're going to type S for snap, and then the first letter of the snap that you're going to use. So for instance, if you want to use intersection, you would type in SI, no enter, just SI in your keyboard. Now, wherever you go to pick, there's no endpoint, there's no midpoint, there's no other snap, there's just intersection. Where can you find all these snaps? How are they all set? Well, let me show you. I'm going to hit escape twice to exit out of that command. Let's go to Manage. So that's the Manage tab in the ribbon. And now let's go to right over here under Settings. There's a little magnet or horseshoe or however you want to describe that, but it says Snaps. And you can click on that, and that'll bring up the Snaps dialog. You could turn them right off if they're causing problems. Normally you want to leave them on, but these are all the object snaps that you're going to need. Endpoints, midpoints, nearest, intersections, they're all on by default, so it's always going to be looking for these. And if you don't like it, if you think perhaps you don't want endpoints to be selected, you can uncheck that. But I find that if you use these shortcuts, SC, SP, things will go very well using the snap tools. And we'll continue to use these as we go throughout the course. We'll be using snaps extensively.